Hi, I'm Cierra Nelson, and I'm going to talk just a little bit about mental preparation and maybe some of the things that new moms are going through when they first start getting to ride and to run again. I know for me it was a huge struggle there towards the end of my pregnancy with my son. I had lost my heart horse, and she had taken me to the college finals 3 times, and she'd helped me get to circuit finals 3 times as well. And it was just the loss that I felt like I couldn't get it out of my head because I didn't feel like I'd done enough. And so I feel like after my son had gotten here, I might have struggled a little bit mentally to get back in the saddle, as well as to let myself move forward with what I was trying to do. And I don't feel like it's something that enough moms maybe try to talk about. I don't know if it's because we are embarrassed, or our entire barrel racing career we've never had to ask for advice for anything other than, you know, hey, what do you think I should do with this horse? Or hey, is this horse doing what you think it should do? And things like that. And so it was a completely different ballpark for me. And anyone that's had kids knows how much it changes you both mentally and physically. I know it's been almost a year, and I'll watch a run of myself and I think, who is that monkey on this horse? Because that just looked terrible. And I'm so hard on myself, and I feel like so many others are also just as hard on themselves, if not worse. That we discourage ourselves before we ever even get to make our run. We're basically our own worst enemy, and I'm thankful that I have such a good support system with both my husband and my parents and his parents that all have my back, and I'm thankful that they're all in my corner. But it never stops somebody from feeling like, you know, you have the little angel on one shoulder and the little demon on the other one. The angel's telling you that it wasn't that bad, that you might have rode a lot better than you had been, and then the little demon just reminds you constantly of the one thing that you're doing wrong. Like my good yellow mare is, I'll get to the back side of the first barrel and I'll get rocked ever so slightly backwards. And I feel like to make myself get back up with her, that I've got to throw my outside leg up and basically like climb to get back up with her. And it's gotten to be a really bad habit, and I wasn't holding myself accountable. And so I think it's really important for not only just new moms, but for everybody in barrel racing to have that one person that's going to hold them accountable, whether it be your husband, your wife, or whatever it may be, to just point it out, because it's going to be something that we avoid to point out. It's going to be something that I watched my video, but I kind of fast forwarded it through that part because I just don't want to see it again. And so that's been a really great tool for me to have the last 6 months. Is every time I send a video to my husband, I actually just sent him one last night. He said, Cierra, you're still getting rocked back leaving the first barrel. You're still trying to throw your outside leg up there to make yourself stay forward. He said, that needs to be the one thing that you focus on when you go to make your run, is try to get 1% better every time you go down the alleyway. And when you've reached your 100%, goal, great, then you shouldn't be making errors in your run. But if you have to start over, if you digress or whatever it may be, that's okay too. For me, I like to focus on one barrel at a time. So if I'm making that error at the first barrel, I want to fix the first barrel's problem before I worry anything about my second barrel. And I want to fix my first and my second barrel before I worry anything about my third barrel. And if I notice myself drifting back into making the same mistakes that I was making at the first barrel, I like to be able to say, okay, I need to go back and I need to focus on my first barrel a little bit more. And so for me, although I may not be holding myself accountable, I know somebody is. It's just like when we go to the gym, sometimes it's easier for us to have a fitness coach or somebody there that's going to hold us accountable and count reps of how many times we do something, or something along the lines of that. Just to focus more on the accountability and that kind of thing has been a really big deal for me. I feel like it's changed myself a lot as a trainer as well. It's opened my mind up to, you're not always right. You're not the only one that knows anything. What works for her may not work for me, but I may be able to modify what she does to fit me and to fit my horse. And it's been really important to me lately to realize and to take a step back that you're not always going to know everything, and there's nothing wrong with continuing to learn throughout your barrel racing career.